Hi everyone, it's Shelly with Shelly's Creative Crafts. Welcome back. So I just finished this journal and wanted to get it out to you or show it out to you and let you know that it will be in my Etsy shop later this evening. And it is a floral pattern. I was able to find this at Austin Creative Reuse, and I absolutely love the fabric, the little pop of pink. I thought was really pretty against the neutral colors. And then of course I did the ribbon roses. It is 3 signatures, and then the ribbon roses there on the back. And then I did use some of the muslin fabric that I had left over from another journal. I did use that as the closure again. And so let's just dive on in here. Again, it is 3 signatures, very full. And I did leave the ribbon long, but it can always be cut if needed. But I did another floral fabric pocket on the front. And then 2 journaling cards or tags. And then this is some more pretty scrapbooking paper that I have, and wanted to use that to kind of offset the first signature, some of that hummingbird stationery that I have, and then just some sweet little embellishments. This is a butterfly punch that I have, and then more of the stationery, and then I did use some of my vintage laces and that sort of thing. This is some more pretty scrapbooking paper that I found, and then did the yellow, pale yellow lace trim. And then this is, I think I said last time in my video, I was able to find a lot of these rosettes at Austin Creative Reuse, and this one I just kind of distressed a little bit to take out, you know, a lot of the kind of bright yellow and just kind of mute it down a little bit. And then this is a printable that I found in the free printables on Pinterest. And then of course the sideways embellished paper clip there. And then this is one of the vintage Rolodex cards that I like to do as a tuck. And again, another one of the little coffee paper backed little note cards. And then a sweet little butterfly that I made, and then a ribbon rose. And I apologize, but I think my voice is trying to go out. And then this is some real pretty fabric that I found, and I distressed it to take, again, kind of the brassiness of the yellow out, and then put a real pretty vintage button. And then, of course, I always find a lot of different scrapbooking paper, and so I always include that in, just a little bit of stamping. And then this is just a sideways embellished paper clip, and then just a little sweet little tag that I made. And then more of that stationery. And then this right here I thought would be really pretty as kind of maybe to put a photo in, or maybe a quote, just something really pretty. That was a old vintage greeting card that was gifted to me by a relative, and so I fussy cut that and made that. And then this is a clothespin. I did not make this. This was gifted to me as well, and then of course I made a sweet little butterfly tag to go along with that. So that just kind of clips back up there. And then just more coffee dyed paper, blank space to write. Always try to leave a lot of blank space. And then this is a Tim Holtz, just a little card that I made into a tuck, and put a Prima note card, just tuck that under there, but of course anything can be tucked under there later. And then another sideways embellished paper clip. This one I didn't put like a note card behind it because I wanted to show the rose and, you know, how it all goes together. And then more blank paper, more coffee dyed paper, stationery. And then that's the end of the first signature, and I love this paper. I think it's really pretty. And then this is another scrapbooking paper that I was able to find, again, right here as well. And then more of that stationery. And I believe the last 2 pieces of this stationery that I have are actually in this journal. So that won't be in another journal unless I find some more. But this was a real pretty, I thought this was really pretty. This was a find that I found at Austin Creative Reuse as well. And I distressed it and made it look really old. But I don't know if you can tell, it's like etched with this real fine little cutout and I just thought it was really pretty. So made a pocket out of that, and then of course put a Prima card in. And then this one I did a double tuck with the vintage Rolodex cards, and of course you know, put in just some little note-taking cards, you know, that can be you know, notes jotted down, and then just did a little collage on there. And then more blank paper, another sideways embellished paper clip, and then this one just has a real pretty note card with it, with the coffee dyed paper and the stitching around it. So I thought that was really cute, and matched with the colors matched with her dress. And then, pardon me, and then there's just a clock, little you know, thing that I glued on there, and then some scrapbooking paper with some lace. More blank paper, of course. And then this is I'm not sure if it's a moth or a butterfly, but I thought it was really pretty. And it did go really well on the book page tuck that I made. And then, of course, I made a real pretty little tag to go in there with a key and admit one. And then getting to the back here of that signature, just a little bit of embellishments. And then this was some real pretty fabric that I have that I had distressed a while ago, and I stamped beautiful, and then the flat back pearls, and then just a little embellishment there down in the corner, and again, embellishments up there, the cheesecloth, and little embellishments. And then this is some seam binding in kind of a mulberry or lavender color, and then a real pretty little wood button that I have that really picked up the purple in that. And then getting to the third signature here, some more embellishments with some old vintage lace. And then I love this sideways paper clip. I think it's so cute. I did the little charm with the Eiffel Tower, and then the Eiffel Tower little cutout there, and then the little clock, and I just thought it was really sweet. And then this is also that paper that has the etching. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's really fine. I mean, I can't imagine how they cut that. But then, of course, a tag to go under that. And then just some sweet little cherry blossoms up at the top there, a little bit of just coffee or tea. And then this is a tuck that I made out of one of the printables, and then put two of the sweet little butterfly cards in there. And so that can just kind of tuck in there. And then, of course, anything can be tucked in there later. Some real pretty paisley, pale blue stationery. And then this, I think this is the last sideways paper clip. And this one is some ribbon with the lavender and green, and then a button. And then, of course, this is a Prima card that says beautiful. And so I thought the colors really kind of complemented each other. And then more of that stationery, more blank paper, and then getting to the back here, another one of the little clothespins. Again, I did not make these; these were gifted to me. And then another sweet little tag, and then of course that just clips back up there. Let me get it on here. And so that just clips back there, and then of course anything can be clipped under there after the fact. And then just a little bit of trim with some leaves, same that I used on the front cover. And then I'm not sure what color that is. It's a pinkish mulberry-ish color, but then I used some really old vintage buttons that I have. And then the back side here, and then of course this is another fabric pocket that I put some tags in. And then this is a Prima tag, and then this is just this one is not cardstock, it's more of just a paper. And then this one right here is a Prima card, and I just love those. I love those Prima cards. So anytime I can find them, I definitely get them. And then the back part there. So this, again, will be listed here shortly in my Etsy shop. And I'll put all the dimensions and all of the, the number of pages and all that in there. But I hope you're getting a great start to the weekend. And I will be getting started on my next journal. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.